Hello everyone, it's Michelle here. Welcome to another Chris Watts video. While we watch Officer Lines, Jane and Sniffer Dog Cody down in the basement on the 14th of August 2018, I want to talk to you about the basement. On this channel, I'm trying to keep things as factual as possible, but because we don't know, there's large chunks of things, of details that we don't know. I think it's perfectly fine to speculate as long as those speculations, those theories are linked to facts and evidence. I think the issue with a lot of theories that people have put forward is that they've stretched those facts, they've stretched them out of all proportion. And I don't want to do that on this channel. What I want to do in this video is just give you some thoughts on the basement, the events in the basement, whatever they were. But I want to base it on evidence that we've got and trying to just piece it together. So yesterday I watched part of a live stream by Kim, Revelation in the Reckoning. And she's one of the advocates of Shanann killed the kids. And she talked about the basement. Now, I didn't watch all of that live stream, but she did talk about the basement. And that's kind of what triggered me to talk about this today. I don't believe that Shanann killed Bella and Cece. There is absolutely no evidence whatsoever. I think Chris did everything. Now, I'm open to the idea that NK was involved in some way. And my Summer of Lies series, which I'm kind of about halfway through now, I'm looking factually at everything that's there in the discovery and the supplementary kind of documents and all the body cam and everything to try to piece together a timeline of NK's involvement in the situation. Was she there on the morning of the 13th? Was she in the basement? That's something that a lot of people who have YouTube channels have speculated on. There's no evidence that she was in the basement, that she stayed in the basement overnight. The 111-minute phone call that Chris and her made on the evening of the 12th, so on the Sunday evening, NK was at her home because the phone pinged off the Thornton Tower. But we don't know anything that happened between 1:48 a.m. and 5:17 or 5:18 a.m. We don't know what happened in those few hours. So it's possible that NK could have got there, hidden herself in the basement before Shanann came home. But why? Why would she have done that? Because I kind of think that NK's clever. She's immature, but she's clever. If she wanted Shanann and the girls out of the picture, I don't think she'd have got her own hands dirty. Now, in the Wisconsin confession, Tammy Lee asked Chris what was going on in the basement in the morning. And he said he went down for trash bags. Well, trash bags were found in the truck, so it makes sense. Shanann was wrapped in trash bags. Her head and her feet were in trash bags. But Tammy said that there was a lot of movement and a lot of steps in the basement. Now, because we don't have the Vivint, the security system, we don't have those details in the discovery. Why don't we have those details in the discovery is my question, because they would answer a lot of issues. They would add information to the timeline that would provide a more factually based narrative, or at least a factually based narrative could be put together. We don't have that. So what do we have is the question. And we've got Chris's steps from his health data on his phone. There's not an excessive amount of steps at that time. You know, it's possible when he was down in the basement, he didn't have his phone with him, of course. Was there a lot of movement recorded that Tammy said in the basement because there was more than one person there? Or was Chris down there doing a lot of things? And information has come out, really disturbing information has come out from Sherilyn Cadle, but also other people have mentioned it. There was an excellent live stream by Unmasked in February. People that were on Unmasked channel were people who'd spoken to Chris directly, and they talked about this issue in the basement as well. that is that Cece was practically dead. I mean, this is horrible. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to even bring this up again. But these details are important. And you might say, why are they important? Because Chris is in jail. He's never getting out. He's never going to get a 35C. So why are you continuing to talk about it? And I get that. I understand. that. But whilst there are still people out there who are doubting or denying the truth and trying to implicate Shanann or Nicole Atkinson, that Nicole Atkinson was in the basement, Lana's idea, flight of fancy. Whilst there are still people out there putting this misinformation into the public domain, I think it's absolutely vital that people still keep talking about this and get to the truth. It's unlikely that Chris is going to completely tell the truth, but piecing it all together, I think there's enough there to see the truth starting to reveal itself. But it's difficult because Chris lies, so how much of it can we believe? But he had said to more than one person that he killed Bella and Cece, or he thought he had, but they woke up. But Celeste was not well. I think she probably was walking, I don't know. But he thought she was dead. He took her down to the basement and she woke up. Put her in a tub or a tote and she woke up. And the thing with the basement, the footage that we've got available, all this body cam that we can pour over, there are clues there. Cody the Labrador, the trauma dog, the search and rescue dog, he alerted in the basement around the cooler area, the under the stairs, the boxes and things, and he alerted there. He was going mad alerting there. Now, why that area wasn't forensically tested, I've questioned this in several videos now. I don't know. I can't fathom why they didn't forensically test for blood, DNA, body fluids, those kind of things. The technology's there, guys. Come on, this is standard practice at a crime scene. Why didn't they do that? I don't know. I can't answer that. The other thing that I keep coming back to is the unmade bed. Now, it could be that Chris slept down there and because it's the basement, he didn't make the bed. And that's probably the most likely scenario. But it does add fuel to the fire somewhat that someone else was down there who slept in the basement, who got up in a bit of a hurry. And no, that was not Nicole Atkinson, for God's sake. But it could have been NK. And that's the thing that, people talk about. Personally, do I think that NK was in the basement that morning? No, as I said, I don't think she would have got her hands dirty. But her phone did ping in Frederick. Right, watch part 3 of my Summer of Lies series and I go through all of that information. I've got other videos as well on the ping. She did ping in Frederick, and that wasn't her route to work from her house, from her apartment. There was a straight route that was quicker, it was more direct to Platteville, to the Anadarko office. So why on the morning of the 13th would she have gone via Frederick? Was there a problem on the highway there, going her usual route? Why was she out so early? She was in Frederick at 6:16 a.m. Why was she out so early? Was she there to clean up? And I think it's perfectly plausible that she could have been there to clean up. She didn't do an incredibly good job. There was sheets and things in the trash, and it looks more like Chris making a hurried attempt to clean up, and he thought he'd have time in the afternoon to do the rest and get rid of the Lexus and Shanann's phone and all that. If she had have been, I think there would have been more of an effort. And even if she couldn't get into the phone, they didn't know the code, even if she couldn't get into the phone to stage text messages or something like that, she could have got rid of the phone. She could have got rid of that evidence. She could have got rid of the Lexus. No, I think the way the scene was left, I don't think there was anyone there in the morning to clean up. But why was there all that activity in the basement? I think possibly Celeste woke up, Chris was down there, Bella may have been down there walking about. I think that's more likely. And I'm going through kind of the likelihood of these things occurring. Generally speaking, the most simple explanation is the most plausible. And I think Chris has given us enough to show us that actually it was just him. He was rushed. But yet we still have these outliers like the ping. Why was there that ping? Was she there to check up on him? I think that is the most plausible explanation. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm speculating, I'm theorising, and that's all we can do. But I think it's important. It's important that we keep this case alive, in that we focus on as close as we can to the truth as we know it and the facts that are available. Because there are massive gaps, the speculation is there, it's valid, everybody's entitled to do that. But I'm not going to let this drop, whilst there are people like Kim and Lana out there spreading misinformation. So that's all I've got for today. My next video will probably be part 4 of the Summer of Lies. I also want to do a live stream at some point fairly soon to discuss the theories, to hear your discussions on it as well. But until then, please do continue to comment down below. I don't reply to a lot, but I do read them all. I do answer some of the questions. And I've got memberships live now on the channel, so I'm going to be doing a series of short videos there. I've got a couple up already. I've actually got a taster video that's available to everybody. If you've got a question that I can put a short video together, something specific about the Watts case, if you've got a question on it, members' questions do get priority. So yeah, join up. £2.99 British pounds. So I don't know what that is in dollars per month. Anyway, I do hope you're well. I've been Michelle, and I'll see you in the next video.